So I asked her, like, what classes did she take while she was there?
First of all, we had to take the history of the Marines. That was very important. We had to learn about the history of the Marines and what part they played in the different wars and the departments. And we were under the Navy. We didn't have a lone, like the Air Force has their own, the Army has their own, Navy has their own, but we were under the Navy. So we didn't have because that came, I don't know why, but that's the way it was, you know. So then we were allowed, that was the history of the Marine Corps. Then we had history classes. We had, we had to learn about rifles. We had to learn the different effects of wars, you know, like we had to go through training. Like if we were in a war, we had to learn the different things that, you know, go climb these the nets that we had to climb over, and we had to crawl underneath barbed wires, into gas tanks, you know, with a gas mask. What else did we have to do? We had to do exercise, everything. That was really important, exercise. Gymnastic part, you know, we had to do so many sit-ups, so many push-ups, jumping. Yeah, but we had to do that before we did all the other exercises, you know, crawling and everything. Mm-hmm. If you didn't do it, then, and swimming was very important too, because the Marines go into beaches, you know, so we had to learn. That's why we had to jump into these pools 10 feet deep with all our equipment, boots, backpack, helmets. We didn't carry a rifle, so we didn't. But you had to jump straight down and take everything off before you surface. If you didn't have everything off before you surface, then you had to go back. And the only thing that I did was open my legs, so I had to go back up there and put everything back on and then jump again. I did it the second time. I said, thank you, God.
Then you guys, did you have English class you had to take too?
Yes, we
Okay.
had to take English classes. Some of the women, like they came from, they were immigrant, one that I know was immigrant from Cuba. But she had pretty good English, and we had to take that.
And did you take a sewing class too? Or no?
Mm-mm.
No. So how long were each classes? Like, were they like 6-week classes, or were they an hour a day?
We had an hour each day for each of these classes.
For how
Some
long?
of the times a little longer because maybe the instructor didn't feel like we learned something. Typing classes was really important, but I had typing in high school, so it was not that.
Right.
that
How long
hard.
did you have to take the classes for? Were they like 6 weeks or 8 weeks or
All
4
the time
weeks?
that we were there.
Oh, the whole time you were
The
there, you
whole
had to take
week.
class every day.
Mhm.
Oh wow, everything every day. So English and
Well, no, because we had other things to do. Like
Okay.
we had to go out on maneuvers and stuff
Right.
and do things.
so how often do you think you had class during the week? 3 times a week or twice a week?
No, maybe a couple of times a week.
Couple times a
we
week?
had that.
Okay,
Yeah.
for about an hour a day
Mhm.
for each one. So if you had English, that'd be an hour. Typing would be an hour.
Mhm.
Okay, gotcha. I think I'm gonna.